I want to refer you to the original complaint that was lodged by the complainant. During that time, she attached certain screenshots. It's not in dispute. She confirmed that during the time when she lodged the complaint, she did not print all the screenshots or all the conversations that was on her phone. She only made a few screenshots that was printed. So I want to refer you to some of the disputed ones to try and find out whether or not from those disputed ones we can determine from which handset that messages came. If we start at K1, Chair, that is on page...
Give us time to reach the documents, please.
Volume 1. If I give you a date and a time, would you be able to retrieve that from your report?
That's correct, yes.
So page 39.
Page 39. Now, on our screenshot, the first message that we have there was sent at 22:26, and it is in isiXhosa, but it starts with Ndi Semonti. That is on the 20th of June, 2021.
Yes.
On your report, what is the page number on the bottom? Then I will refer the panel to the paginated ones.
So mine is page 178. So the new paginated ones is 607B, 607 Bravo.
Okay, skippers, with your permission, I'm going to fold away 3A.
That's fine with me. From your report, who was which cell phone sent that message?
So if we look at page 607B, we can see there the first indicator there is categories. Then if one goes a little bit down, it tells us there from, almost to the middle of the page. With permission, Chair, I'm just going to again share it on my screen. There we go. So that message starts there with categories. There's a #1. Then it says categories. So if one goes a little bit down, one will see there from. And the next line reads WhatsApp ID. Then next to that, it indicates 27615255395 at s.whatsapp.net. So that is the WhatsApp account that was discovered on the A12 device. So that's the person that sent the message. The message was sent, and just a little bit down it says there to, and the next line says WhatsApp ID, and it indicates the 2783229590 at s.whatsapp.net. And again, just underneath that, the screen name Mfanelu, and that is the cell phone number and the screen name that was found to be on the Samsung S20 device.
All right. So during your initial evidence, you said that the A12 was the ones that was from Ms. Mengo, and the S20 was the one from Judge Mlenge.
That is correct.
So just to put it in layman's terms, according to this, the message came from the A12, from Ms. Mengo's device to the respondent's device.
That is correct,
the S20.
yes. That's correct, yes.
All right. And then the next message on K1, there's one at 22:27, Kukontoni. It's also on that same page that we were on right now, 607B.
Yes.
From which device did that message originate, and to what device?
Okay, so again, that message.
I see we did not print that part, but
so one can see the last two entries on that page,
yes.
From, then the the number that sent the message was the WhatsApp account that was found on the S20 device for the respondent. So that's his number. So he was sending the message to the complainant's device. So all the messages within this report are messages between the two devices. So there will be no other messages with other third party or any other party in this report, because I only extracted the messages related to this case between the two
parties.
Identified WhatsApp accounts.
And what page is this now?
It's still on 607B. And it's still K1 on the annexure on page 39, volume 1. So if you have a look at that report of yours and the screenshot, what can you deduct from your report if you compare it to the screenshots?
So the only difference in the metadata on my report, it's not only giving the hours and minutes, it's also giving the seconds for the message, whereas on the screenshot, it just gives you the hours and minutes for the messages. For the rest, the screenshot, I can say that the screenshot messages are the same for these ones that we're looking at, are the same as the ones that I extracted in my forensic report.
And just so that everyone can follow, on this screenshot, the one messages in the green on the left-hand side are the ones that was forwarded from the complainant's phone, according to your report also now, if we compare. And the ones on the left-hand side in the black comes from the respondent's handset.
That's correct. So the ones on the right-hand side with the tick marks, they are all the outgoing messages, and that's exactly the same information in my forensic report.
All right.
And the ones on the left-hand side are the incoming messages.
Thank you. And then there's another annexure K1, but it's on page 40 of the initial report. There's also messages, and these messages are on the 16th of June, 2021.
Where is this date?
I went through the screenshots to check it, and we can correlate now if it's the same messages. 16th of June at 17:24.
Yes, which message?
Are you quick to melt?
Yes.
Where are you, Mrs. Skippers? Advocate Skipper?
It is on page 40. The last three messages. It's Kanti, it helps. Are you quick to melt and talk to me? Can you find any of those three messages on your report?
That is correct. The first one, Kanti, it helps, on the 16th of June 2021, and that is now my report page 109. It's newly paginated 607A, 607 alpha. So the top message there, again, we have the #1. Then the text reads, Kanti, it helps. Then we can see it indicates in the forensic report, it is an incoming message. It's red. Then if we go a little bit down, we can see from, again, the WhatsApp account for the number 5902 with the screen name Mfanelu. That's belonging to the respondent, and it was sent to 55395, the WhatsApp account for Miss Independent, which is Miss Pengu's device.
So these messages came from the respondent's phone to the complainant's phone?
That's correct. And even the second message there, are you quick to melt? Again, 16 June, time 17:24. It's an incoming message. And again, the from and to is exactly the same.